Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Hiya, hope everyone is well.
And welcome to this episode where we are going to be revealing our number one city we like to visit. Yay! So, Yuta-san, the time has come to reveal our favourite cities in the whole world.
Yep.
What is your number one favourite city in the world?
So my number one favorite city in the world is San Francisco.
So, San Francisco, great choice. Why?
Because I believe San Francisco is one of the most beautiful cities where it has everything I like, which is beautiful natures, mountains, beach, city life, and lots of entertainment.
What is it about San Francisco?
San Francisco has various ways to explore. So various ways to have fun in San Francisco,
Okay.
which is by renting the cycling
And where do you cycle to?
everywhere in San Francisco.
Okay.
Along the pier side, the beach. of
Oh,
course,
Fisherman's Wharf.
Fisherman's Wharf, and the Golden Gate Bridge. And also you can get on the cable car.
Oh, the one where sometimes you can actually hang on the side.
Yeah, outside the cable car. It
Right.
also goes up this very steep street, up and down.
Now, when I've done it, you have to be really careful because when the tram's coming the other way, you have to literally
It's
really breathe
so
in.
close to each other. Yeah,
That's fun. So is it just cable car?
Also, another one, historical tram.
Historical tram. So you've got the historical tram, the cable car,
And
the
also
cycling.
a cycling. Last but not least, walking.
Walking?
Yeah, San Francisco is very small, compact city. So you can easily walk around and explore the city. So that's what I always
Isn't
do.
it too hilly?
It is hilly, so that's a good thing about San Francisco. It would be good exercise.
Because I have seen it in the movies where you get the car chases and they are like going up and down.
Yeah.
Yes, because you've got that famous
Lava
slippery
street,
zigzaggy.
Yeah, zigzaggy.
Ah. If you're in Fisherman's Wharf,
Yep.
what's the sort of things you can do around Fisherman's Wharf?
So you can see the wild sea lions. They're just laying down, just being lazy.
They're also very smelly and noisy sometimes.
They are. And also, near the Pier 39, you can go to the Alcatraz.
It's a prison on a rock in the middle of San Francisco Bay. So you got Alcatraz,
Alcatraz.
great visit.
And sea lions.
Yeah.
And also, you need to experience this. It's a clam chowder soup in a sourdough bread. That's like a must things you need to try.
You've got Fisherman's Wharf, you've got lots of walking around, cycling, cable cars. Is there any other touristy things you can do?
Yeah. Another thing I've done is visit films and the drama locations. And one of the famous one is Full House. Has anyone watched the Full House? It's American, kind of old comedy drama.
Oh, what's the theme tune like then? Never heard of it before.
And that place is actually called the Painted Ladies House.
Okay.
So if you go to this park, you can watch the Painted Ladies.
I do know a stupid fact about this. Although I've never watched it. I do know the Painted Houses is the location in San Francisco. But if you watch the actual sitcom, that was actually done in LA. All the interior and everything inside the houses was actually in LA.
So they just use out of the house.
Yeah, just outside locations was just San Francisco.
Another famous location for the film and drama is Sister's Act.
Whoopi Goldberg?
And the famous tune is... So
you finished.
Yes.
And so what is it in San Francisco about Sisters Act?
They use the church, I think. I think there's 2 locations where they use the outside of the church.
Oh, one for each movie.
Is it each movie?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I love your research.
San Francisco is an amazing city. Brilliant. And the last one, Mrs. Doubtfire's.
Oh, Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Ah.
So you can actually go to this house, outside of the house, just to feel the Mrs. Doubtfires.
What, do you knock on the door? And...
No, use a common sense. All the places I mentioned before, you can visit and take pictures.
So, you've actually done all this touristy stuff, cycling around parks, Fisherman's Wharf.
Yep.
So what other big tourist attraction is there?
There are so many spots where you can see amazing, brilliant,
wow views, landscape, scenery in San Francisco.
So one of the places is called Twin Peaks. From this Twin Peak, you can see city views
It's the top cities we're
top
doing.
cities, and as well as Golden Gate Bridge. The second place where you can see the amazing view is Mission Dolores Park, and you can see brilliant view again.
Isn't it great?
Oh my god.
My personal best spot to see the San Francisco is
Your very, very best view of San Francisco.
Yeah, my
Very, very best view of San Francisco is
Battery Bensound. So this place is located the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Number one view in San Francisco.
Yep. These are the reasons why San Francisco is my number one destination. You can always feel excited. You can be a tourist. You never get bored. I've been to San Francisco more than 50 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
You must really
And
like it.
Yeah.
So when's your next trip?
Hopefully soon.
Yes.
Johnson,
Hi.
what is your number one favorite city?
My number one favourite city has got to be Singapore.
What makes Singapore as your number one favourite city?
First of all, it's probably one of the cleanest places you could ever visit. The people are so nice, very welcoming, and it's got such a variety of different things to do. So you've got Sentosa, which is an island.
Oh, right.
So before you go over to that island, there's a big shopping centre. Vivo City, I think it's called. You then could go over Sentosa, and you've actually got the beaches, Universal Studios, which I've been to a few times. Oh, fireworks in Singapore. You can't go anywhere without fireworks. They do fireworks for everything. So you've got some fireworks on special occasions at Universal Studios, but at Marina Bay Sands, there's fireworks. Gosh, so many times. You've got them for the New Year's Eve, Chinese New Year. You've got the National Day. You've got the Grand Prix. But for all these locations, you actually have rehearsals. They rehearse so much. So sometimes you go in like the week before an occasion and you get this free firework display. But Sentosa, as well as the beaches and all that, you've got the...
What can you do? What else can you do?
Well, you've got different activities. So you've got...
Scary one?
You've got the... what is it? The wire thing. What do you call that?
Yeah, we'll call it
Yeah, so done that. And then, of course, I do quite a bit of running in Singapore.
Yeah.
So I've done running around Singapore and different locations. Botanical Garden.
What is the Botanical Garden like?
Botanical Gardens, they've got a famous bit which is for the lily garden, which is really cool. Yeah,
okay.
Lots of lilies, obviously. And then, of course, back to Marina Bay Sands, on the other side, you've actually got Gardens by the Bay. And that's a free show you can go to. And it's got music and a light show.
In Singapore, what sort of activities do you like doing?
Well, I've done quite a lot of walks. So you've actually got these walks. You've got the Southern Ridge Walk, which I think there's a famous bridge, Henderson Wave Bridge, which is quite nice. Okay. And then further north in Singapore, there's a famous treetop walk, which it's actually got like a rope bridge and you can get to see the birds, the monkeys.
I love animals.
And just north of that, you've actually got Singapore Zoo, which is I think it's one of the most famous zoos in the world.
What is that zoo famous for? What?
Animals?
What makes that zoo like big famous?
Because it's just so well done. I mean, you have got like the orangutan section.
Yeah.
And part of their section, it actually goes over the walkways. I think you can have breakfast with the orangutans if you book it. Night safari.
Night safari?
I've done the night safari, and they've got a walking section, and then you've also got the car section. You go around, you see the animals. And then you've also got the water safari as well.
Water safari? What, you can swim with animals?
No.
Safari.
You just do it on the islands, but you're going around the waters. And strangely, the one thing in the water safari is the panda. Yeah, the pandas are in the water safari.
Panda go swimming?
No. The Singapore Zoo is literally one of the favourites, and so many people go.
You got this.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Are there any other occasion which happens in Singapore?
Yeah, there's a really, really noisy one.
Oh, what is
And
it?
that is the Singapore Grand Prix, which is one of the night street races of the season in Formula One.
A Formula, the car race.
Yes, the car race.
Ooh.
It's so noisy and very, very fast. Oh, I've been there for the last 2 years when it's been on, but the year before it was Hamilton who won. British, yay!
Do they have any events or entertainment wise?
Yeah, there's lots of entertainment, and actually 2 years ago I got to see Seke no Awari. They were
Seke no
so good.
Ah,
Yes.
so they have a concert. Oh.
And I was probably the only white person in the audience. At one point he did literally go, which was quite cool. And then of course that he sang my favourite song,
Oh my god, what is it?
Dragon Night.
In Singapore, you mentioned that you do running a lot in Singapore.
I do so much running.
What? How often or where do you go jogging?
I go running most trips I'm actually there, and actually one of the trips I happened to be there when the Singapore Marathon was on. Today I did do the 10k race.
Ooh,
So
congratulations!
I actually got the Singapore 10 kilometer. So that is my number one, Singapore. So I hope you enjoyed our top 3 cities in the world.
And I hope you get to visit these favorite cities one day in the future. Jana!
Jenny!